why this gospel was hidden. For centuries, millions of people believed the story of Jesus was complete. For gospels, for voices, for accounts, and for many that seemed final. But history tells a more complex story. Because buried beneath desert sands, hidden for centuries, a different collection of teachings appeared. A text not included in the Bible. A text that begins not with miracles, not with crucifixion, not with resurrection, but with sayings, direct sayings, strange sayings, mysterious sayings, and many scholars immediately understood. This text felt different, not because it opposed Jesus, but because it sounded unusually direct, almost like private teaching. This text became known as the Gospel of Thomas, and from the very first line, it announces itself differently. These are the secret sayings. That one word alone changed everything. Secret. Why secret? Why preserved separately? Why excluded? And why do some of its sayings sound so close to the canonical Gospels, while others sound deeply mystical? The discovery. In 1945, near Nag Hammadi in Egypt, ancient manuscripts were discovered in clay jars. These manuscripts would become one of the most important discoveries in religious history. Among them was the Gospel of Thomas, written in Coptic, containing 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. No narrative, no crucifixion story, no resurrection scene, only sayings. This made scholars ask, was this preserving an earlier layer of teaching, or a later mystical interpretation? And that debate continues today. But what cannot be ignored is how many sayings feel startlingly powerful. The kingdom within. One saying became especially famous. Jesus says, "The kingdom is inside you and outside you." This immediately sounds familiar, because canonical teachings also point inward. But here, the language becomes sharper. The kingdom is not presented as future, not as distant, not as reward, but as reality already present. So, then the spiritual search changes direction. It becomes inward recognition, not external waiting. Why this text feels different. Unlike public teaching language, Thomas often sounds like initiation language. It speaks as if understanding itself transforms the listener. One saying declares, "Whoever finds the meaning of these words will not taste death." This is symbolic language, not biological immortality, but transformation of consciousness, a shift in identity, a realization deeper than ordinary self. Hidden sayings explained. Many sayings sound paradoxical. When you make the two one, this language appears symbolic. Inner divided states becoming unified, mind and heart, inner and outer, fear and trust, fragmentation becoming wholeness. And many mystical traditions describe awakening in similar terms. Hidden sayings explained. Many sayings sound paradoxical. When you make the two one, this language appears symbolic. Inner divided states becoming unified, mind and heart, inner and outer, fear and trust, fragmentation becoming wholeness. And many mystical traditions describe awakening in similar terms.